Hello, hello, creative friends. This is Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace. I got a bunch of stuff here. A bunch of things to put into my gift bag, Daily Junky Junk Journal. It is getting full, as you can see. And really, there are only a few pages left in this book. Way back here, there's only a few pages left. I left off, there's about 4 or 5. I left off with some cards that I got, putting those in here. I have this bit of space that I could use for something. And actually, I had accidentally clipped these together with a stapler and stuck one of the radio ads that my family does in here. So I'm going to stick the other one in here because I have another one from January that I found printed but hadn't done anything with it. Okay. This is part 16 of this playlist, this series. So the first 2 videos in this series show how to take the gift bag and turn it into a journal cover and how to put in the pages, the signatures. There are only 2 signatures, right? Yeah, there's 2 signatures. The rest of the sessions are all of the ways, the ideas that I've used to put all of the things and the kinds of things that I've been putting in this Daily Junky Junk Journal. So let's do it. I have a card here that my brother sent me for Mother's Day. He's so sweet. He always sends a card for everything. And these have always gone in a drawer. And so I'm going to start putting them in. I think I'll just always have a daily junk journal going, and I will put my correspondence for my brother in the drawer. So he had sent me this one. What was this one for? Maybe this was Mother's. No, this was Easter. Okay. So I actually tested it out, and I can fit this one in here as well. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to affix this on here just like I did this one so that it's a double flap. It's a really good use of the space. I better just mark maybe what I need to do. Like it fits there like that. And let me just make sure I'm still able to open and close. Yes. So this will fit perfectly if I glue it right there. So let's do it. Let's just get this one down. Right here is where it's going to go. So I think I'll use both glue and tape for this. I'm just thinking I should have thought this through before I went live. What glue do I use? Let's just try this one. Sometimes it doesn't want to come out of the container, but let's just see if we can get it going. I've got a big backup here of, this is Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix, one or the other. I don't remember. In this bottle. I hope you guys are all doing great. Please, if you stop by and watch this, say hello. Let me know that you're here. I have been not neglectful, but unable to get into my craft space and create very often lately because my older son just graduated from high school. So the focus has been all about Landon and his graduation, the graduation party, all the graduation, end of year awards thing, like, award event and just end of year stuff. So I have not had a ton of time to be in my space doing all the things. It's just the way it worked out. Okay, how do I do this now? Let's flip it. I'm just going to line it up with this other card and it should fit just fine. And then I'm going to get that same tape. We might as well use that same exact tape so we've got some cohesiveness. I did not even cut it. I just measured it out and tore it off. And then I will put a little bit of glue on this because, of course, although washi tape is very pretty, it doesn't always stick permanently. I think I must be coming to the end of this glue stick. Okay, hang tight. I need a place to glue. Just a scrap piece of paper for that. Nothing fancy happening here. I hope that by watching all of these different videos showing the ways that I've put this together, that it inspires you to do the same thing. You do not need, I will just remind you, particularly if you haven't been watching this series all along, you do not need to create a book to have a daily junk journal, like a journal that you're putting your daily ephemera in. you could just use a composition notebook from the dollar store, from, you know, Walmart, Target, wherever your favorite store is. You don't have to create one, but it sure is fun to create one out of junk, right? And then to use it to gather all of the things. Now, I have this because it's just darn cute. The cow is just so darn cute. I said I had a little space here. I could just clip this here or glue it, so I think that's what I'll do. I don't know, just because I loved it. It's the butter that we've been using lately. I mean, nothing more than that, right? It is daily junk that would go in the garbage if you didn't save it somewhere, and it's just so cute. So I'm going to put it on here. And actually, grassland with all those little flowers, that kind of goes real well. We're going to glue that down. And then I have here, these are doodles from my son Gannon. These are little doodles that I found when I was going through old school stuff. I have a cabinet, a file cabinet with all the boys' old artwork from preschool all the way through 12th grade. And I was looking for Landon's awards and certificates that he wanted to display at his graduation party, his open house. So I found these little doodly things that Gannon had created at some point, and I love them. I love them. I've been doodling a lot. I told you guys I've been doodling a lot on my couch under the heating pad as I've been going through, look at this, as I've been going through a lot of daily chronic pain for the last 6 months. I haven't had the energy to be upright in my craft space creating. So I've been doodling. I've taken to getting a sketch pad and doodling while I'm watching TV under the heating pad, because I just don't have the physical energy to do anything more. And my doodles sometimes look like this. So I thought, how fun that he has these. So I think I'm going to glue them down and then write up here what this is all about. Like, what do we have going on here? Gannon didn't want them. He's 17. He was like, no, Mom, just throw them out. Can't throw them out. They're your doodles. I'm a sentimental fool that way, ladies. I am, or gentlemen. I don't know if there's any guys out there. If you are, please say hello. If there are some guys out there. Usually when I'm creating and hanging out here on the page or on Facebook, it is the ladies who hang out with me. So no offense to the men. If you're out there, I want to know. All right, now it's not coming out of here. First it was oozy. Now it's not coming out at all. So let's just we'll go with a different plan here. Anyway, I'm a sentimental fool. I have kept much of what they've created throughout their school years. When we moved into this house 7 years ago, I had way too much stuff. I just couldn't even, it just was a lot. So what I did was I took the first several years of their schooling, their big, you know, like the pasta wreath and the big bulky items that they created, especially in the early preschool, kindergarten school years. All those artsy kinds of things that they did, and I couldn't keep them all. They were just, for the two boys, they were just taking up too much space. So I ended up taking photos of all of them and putting them on a jump drive so that I could someday make like a Shutterfly book or something out of them. Excuse me, bit of coffee. That was just for my own sanity because we were moving and I literally could not keep any more of it. Okay, this is so cute and I don't really want to affix it. I want to have it available to me somehow. So I think I'm just going to clip this on here with a paper clip or some kind of clippy. Some kind of clippy. Let's find out what we got here. Now, this will hold it down really well, although it's rather ugly. I mean, it would work, right? It actually, I could use this to hold this closed as well. So let's just do it. Although, before I do that, I better write in here what we got going on. I'm just going to write Gannon's Doodles. I don't have dates for everything because this is the first book that I've ever made and done this way, where I made the book with the intention of putting my daily ephemera. Ephemera are things that would normally get thrown out, like this butter box, okay? Normally would get thrown out. Doodles normally gotten thrown out. Chamomile tea that it's a new tea that I'm trying and loving. So I put the packaging in there. These things, movie tickets, would normally get thrown out, but I am using them as a way to scrapbook, keepsake our daily life. I think it'll be really fun for my kids and for us to go through these someday. But this is my first book. I think I'm going to continue the practice because I am a sentimental fool and I keep all the things. This would be a great way to keep them with notes. So they're not all in the right order. These are rather old. I don't know when they're from, but they're from years ago. So it doesn't matter to me when they're from. I just am able to put them in the book. So I'm just going to write underneath here. I'm going to write Gannon's Doodles, literally with an arrow. Simple, easy, doesn't need to be more complicated than that. And then let me get a clippy for this. I wonder, I mean, I gotta have cuter clips than this, right? It's a little bugging me that I have an ugly clip. I think I used a black one earlier in the book that matched better. So let's do that. Let's mimic it. Because I have one of those black clips way up here holding this wrestling program in. So there we go. There's that. I don't mind that this is floppy, so we're just going to leave that. So I've got doodles. I've got the butter box. I added a greeting card. I added inside here, I added another one of the ad copies for the radio ads that my family does for my husband's business. And there you have it. That is part 16. Now listen, I've been doing all that talking and chatting and explaining to you while I do this, and it took me 11 minutes to record this. So I just want to point that out because I've been trying to really encourage you, if you want to start using the junk journals that you're making, the books that you're making, this is such a simple, easy, and fast practice to get into. If you do this, I've been doing this once a week, one entry a week. I just put aside all of the things that I think I want to put in the journal. I just put them aside in a pile in my kitchen until I'm ready to create this. And then I bring it back here to my craft space and I put it in. It is that simple. And it takes usually about 10 minutes. So it's not a huge commitment of time. And it has been very, very rewarding to have all the ephemera. It's been really fun to like come up with creative ways to keep it in here. It's been really fun to like keepsake and write notes about what everything is. I did leave this blank because I was thinking what I would do is once I've finished it, I would write a note to myself how this came to be, that this is the first book and the dates start to finish of when I started it and when I finished it. So that's what I was thinking there. I actually am going to date stamp this just so I have a date stamp for, okay, today is oh my gosh, it's the 30th. It is May 30th, if you can believe it. All right, I'm just going to date stamp it. Because I like I said, I want to know when this book starts and when it ends, because presumably this is the first one, but I will be doing this on a regular basis. From now on, it's going to be part of my weekly practice of journaling. Again, it answers that question. Okay, you've made a junk journal now. What do you do with it? Here's one way to use it. All right, go have some fun. Make something pretty that brings your heart joy. And thank you for being here, for supporting the page, The Comfy Nest with Grace. Please make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications when I dump new videos here on the page. Bye.